This is the Dollemore Daily, and I'm Jesse Dollemore.
Today's video is brought to you by Shaker and Spoon. Welcome to the Dollemore Daily. I'm Brittany Page, not Jesse Dollemore. He is filling in for David Pakman over on David Pakman's channel. So if you want to see Jesse, he's going to be there every day this week. If you want to see me, I'm going to be here every day this week filling in for Jesse. You may remember that I filled in for Jesse after his colon cancer surgery when he was recovering, and he's doing so much better, doesn't need chemo. You've all been seeing him. He's obviously doing fantastic, which we're all so grateful for. And filling in now feels really different because last time I was afraid he was going to die, and it was very stressful. And now it's just an easier time to fill in. So thank you to him for letting me be here. Thank you to you for allowing me to be here. And I started my own channel. So if you want to head over there, search my name, please subscribe and join the growing audience that I have over there, filled with passionate people who love to talk about the most important issues facing us today. So let's get into this Kari Lake situation. As we all know, Kari Lake is continuing to parade around her sparsely attended rallies, her Save Arizona rallies, pretending, of course, that she is the actual governor of Arizona, even though she lost her election by 17,000 votes. Now, it's easy for her to continue this charade because she's being propped up by people like Steve Bannon, the MyPillow guy, people who are eager to endorse her conspiracy theories. And the three of those people, Kari Lake, Steve Bannon, MyPillow guy, they made an appearance because of the Republican National Convention's winter meeting that happened this past weekend. And MyPillow guy lost his bid to be the new leader over Chairwoman Ronna McDaniel. Listen, I cannot wait for you to see this clip of them talking. It's filled with sadness and desperation. But before we do, a word from today's sponsor, Shaker and Spoon.
If you don't already know this about me, or somehow you can't tell, I love a good recipe. I'm constantly in the kitchen whipping up dinner or mixing drinks. A common challenge, though, can be ingredients. Supply chain issues certainly haven't made sourcing Candy Caps root beer syrup any easier. And does your corner grocery store carry grape fennel seed cordial? Probably not. Here to deliver exactly what you need for a good time is Shaker and Spoon. Shaker and Spoon is a monthly cocktail subscription box that brings the craft cocktail experience right to your door. Each box includes 3 exclusive, delicious recipes developed by top-notch bartenders and enough ingredients to make 12 cocktails. And since each box is themed around one type of liquor, just one bottle will make all dozen drinks. Thrift for the thirsty. Just scan this QR code or head to shakerandspoon.com/Dollemore to receive $20 off your first box right now. With Shaker and Spoon, you can now make seriously fancy-ass drinks at home and make them with ease. Their simple instructions will introduce you to some wild new flavor combinations and maybe a technique or two for making high-end cocktails. We loved our Rise and Fall box. The Creole Sling cocktail was incredible because of the cinnamon and vanilla infused maple syrup. Oh, and don't worry, Shaker and Spoon includes how-to videos as well for those recipe-resistant folks out there. Up the ante on that poker night you host, either virtually or in person, or boost your next barbecue. Just click the link below or go to shakerandspoon.com/Dollemore to receive $20 off your first box. With Shaker and Spoon, you'll never have to scramble to find rosemary, thyme, hydrosol, whatever that is, ever again. Stir up your gatherings with Shaker and Spoon.
Okay, so let's get into this video of Kari Lake, Steve Bannon, MyPillow guy Mike Lindell, being all cozy in their fantasy land, talking about how Chairwoman Ronna McDaniel is flat out refusing to even meet with Kari Lake.
Ronna McDaniel has not, you've been there for 3 days. Ronna McDaniel has not pulled you aside and say, let's have a cup of coffee and spend 5 minutes together. Have you guys spent any time with each other one-on-one?
No, we haven't, unfortunately.
Have not.
And you know what? I do want to reach out to her because here's what's going on. And I know that this might not be the popular view. Ronna won.
Full stop. Hang on. Full stop. You shouldn't have to reach out to Ronna McDaniel. You're the freaking governor of Arizona. You just won an incredibly tough race because you stood for policies that MAGA stands for. She should be blowing your phone up every day. Can I get 5 minutes?
Got my number.
This is outrageous.
But here's what I'm willing to do. I'm willing to meet with her and say, let's move forward, because this next election, if we do not get President Donald Trump back in the White House, I don't know how much longer we can last. I think our republic is in peril. I will do everything in my power. If that means I campaign across the country, whatever it means, I want to get President Trump in because I want my children to have a future.
But hang on. If we don't get you in Arizona, now, I'm not quite sure we have sovereignty.
You're the governor of Arizona. She should be reaching out to you. I mean, apparently not. How long are these people going to continue this charade? It's kind of embarrassing to watch. I mean, it's embarrassing and it's scary, but it's probably going to be when it's no longer profitable. I mean, maybe we'll get to that in a minute. I want to talk about the line there, our republic is in peril if Donald Trump doesn't become president. And it's very fitting with the same reasoning that we continue to hear from people like Kari Lake, Steve Bannon, My Pillow guy, that it is fear that is going to keep the Republican Party controlled. They have to tell people the Republic is in peril if Donald Trump doesn't get elected, so that they are then mobilized to act. And they have to keep them afraid. They have to keep them scared. And part of what keeps them afraid and scared is this idea of election fraud. And I think this is a scary number that I like to repeat. I like to reinforce it because it's scary. According to data from the Public Religion Research Institute, 2/3 of Republicans, 66%, agreed that the election was stolen. Now, sometimes people will say, Brittany, stop pretending that these Republicans believe the election fraud lie. And I always say, okay, I think we need to draw a line and distinguish between people like Kari Lake, Steve Bannon, Mike Lindell, whether or not they believe the election lies that they are constantly banging on about. I don't know. I don't think they do. That's my personal view. I don't actually know, though. When we're talking about actual members of the Republican Party, the people who are voting in elections, according to the data, significant number of them actually do believe the election lie. And that's what's really scary, is whether or not Kari Lake actually believes she's the governor of Arizona right now. I don't think she does. I don't think Steve Bannon does when he says that. Republicans do. And they have convinced people, they have convinced Republicans that she is the actual governor of Arizona, that there is widespread election fraud, that the Republic is in peril if Donald Trump doesn't become president. And that's what's scary, is they've managed to convince a large chunk of the Republican Party of these lies. So I want to get back to what I said about when is this charade going to end with Kari Lake no longer pretending she's the actual governor of Arizona? I think it's going to be when it's no longer profitable for her, whether that be actual financial incentive or feeling like her power and attention is growing over time. I want you to check out this clip where they make it clear why they're actually wanting to meet with Ronna McDaniel.
Please tell me, Kari Lake, where the 1.5 they bragged about. They'd raised $1.5 billion. Can you please tell me, ma'am, do you have any idea where that money went?
Over the course of the past couple of days, and I haven't verified this, but I heard that they raised a couple $100 million for election integrity. We are asking the RNC to help us pay for some of our legal bills.
Aw, she needs help paying those legal bills, you guys. Ronna, are you listening? She needs help. She needs some money for those legal bills. She needs that cash money. So what do you guys think? I mean, how long can she keep this going? When is it going to stop? When is the charade going to end? I would love to know. Tell me what you think. You can call 714-576-4054, or you can email daily@dollemore.com. Please like and subscribe to Jesse's channel. It really helps with the algorithm. It helps like-minded people like you find other people to connect with, to grow this audience in order to continue discussing these important ideas and ensure that our republic isn't in peril, I guess. As Jesse would say, be genuine and take care of one another.